Breaking news of Devin Haney requesting to change the weight for his upcoming fight from the catch weight of 144 pounds to 147 pounds against Ramirez. Well, Robert Garcia, who is Ramirez's trainer, he came out stating that they accept the request. In fact, he said that's actually going to benefit them more, since Ramirez has been fighting at 140 his whole career, so him moving up to fight at 147 will benefit him tremendously. He will be better at 147 and much stronger than he would have had been at 144, since it's been long overdue for Ramirez to move up in weight. Here is exactly what Robert Garcia had to say. Check it out.
Jose was telling me that they're asking for a little bit more weight, maybe closer to 47. Just what does that tell you as a trainer, being that they want a little bit more weight?
Jose signed his contract on 144, but I believe now they're asking for 147, which is fine with us. Jose's a big, tall guy. He's big. He's been 140 for so many years that I think 147 he'll be so much stronger. And I think not having to cut those last 7 pounds, I think his confidence, his body's just gonna feel so comfortable that he's going out there and swing. And I think it's gonna benefit Jose. Devin Haney is also gonna feel comfortable because he's a big boy too. But I think in this case, I think it benefits Jose. So I'm glad.
I mean, from the jump, I never really understood the reason why the Devin versus Ramirez fight was at a catchweight at 144 instead of 147, especially when Ryan was fighting Rolly at 147. You would think Devin Haney wanted to get used to the 147-pound division, the welterweight division, just like Ryan is before fighting Ryan Garcia in a rematch. Well, apparently Devin Haney finally got the memo. One thing for sure, this is going to be an interesting fight. Ramirez is a live dog. Two things for certain. I truly believe we have yet to see the best version of Devin Haney. And I think there's a very strong possibility we're going to see the best version of Devin Haney at welterweight. Yeah, there's always the possibility of Devin Haney not being the same, but a fighter that got up 3 times against a fighter that missed weight who was on steroid. That speaks volume about the fighter character, his heart, more importantly, his mental. Mike Tyson always said, boxing is 90% mental, 10% physical. Even though he may have exaggerated there, this is coming from a fighter who studied the art of war. Tyson beat a lot of fighters mentally before he knocked them out physically by disconnecting their physical from their mental. That's why when Tyson emphasized on how important the mental is, it's nearly more important than the physical. We've seen fighters that got put to sleep like Pacquiao. He came back like nothing happened. But we also seen other fighters who lost and never were the same after they lost, like Roy Jones. But when it comes to Devin Haney, he really didn't even lose. He got cheated, and he's still undefeated. But the fact that he got up every time he got dropped by a steroid cheat who skipped weight for a second advantage, that speaks volume about Devin Haney mental. Forget about quitting. Devin didn't even give up about winning the fight. Even when Devin got dropped, he came back to win the round after that, so on and so forth. That's why DAZN had the fight a draw, and Dan Rafael even had Devin Haney winning the fight by 1 point. Basically, I'm expecting to see the same version of Devin Haney. Perhaps even an improved version. I'll tell you what though, Ramirez is a dangerous fight though. This fight should have been the main event. I don't understand how Ryan versus Rolly, a fighter that's pretty much damaged good in Rolly, is the main event. How are they gonna reward a cheater to be the main event? That's mind-blowing. Hey, to all the fighters on the come up, you can cheat, get suspended only for a year. Fighters only fight once a year anyway, so you got nothing to worry about, and come back to fight even on a bigger scale as the main event for your biggest payday. How does that sound? Take PEDs. This is pretty much what they're saying. They are promoting cheating in the sport of boxing by having Ryan as the main event, at least for this card, since Devin Haney is on the undercard, and even Tio. But more so Devin, since everyone is looking forward to Devin Haney comeback. That being said, go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below. And to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.